I still want to build hope. Like, that's what this is all about.
When the pandemic shut down restaurants last year, as chefs, Maria Campbell and her husband were both financially affected, and so were many of the people they know and care about.
We saw all of the limitations that every restaurant was facing, from forced closures, reduced seating, laying off workers, furloughing them, paring down staff, even so much so that maybe the owners were doing everything by themselves. Instead of being a witness to the calamity that was happening, we wanted to be actionable to say, listen, we don't have a lot of resources. We don't have a lot of money. What can we do with what we have that's not draining us too much?
So Campbell came up with Cooks Who Care, a nonprofit organization that would feed those who were still working to feed the population and keep their own businesses afloat. To do so, Campbell enlisted some of her friends in the business, like the owners of Porco's, who agreed to make the food for 100 people.
And it was sandwiches, these pork sandwiches that were delicious with the chicharrones and the juice in it. Oh my God, it was wonderful. And then we had these like vegan meatballs too, which are also delicious because he's Italian and it had all these wonderful components.
Then she had to get the food to the businesses.
And I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this. I loaded up my car, we drove in South Philly, I started delivering to spots, and the reaction, just because at that time especially, they were only doing this for healthcare workers and people who were considered frontline essential workers. And I was having a dialogue to say, like, you're an essential worker too. Here, this is for you.
With monetary contributions from companies like Ilera Healthcare and donations to their GoFundMe page, Campbell has been able to feed over 700 people. She says the hardest part is convincing them they deserve the free food, something Campbell says she struggles with.
People don't realize it's because you don't have enough income coming in. That is food insecure. It starts there. And people don't recognize that. They're like, wait a minute, I had to choose how much I could buy and I had to add up my groceries on a calculator. We want to be independent. We don't want asking for help. It's not highly looked upon. It's saying, well, then I can't take care of myself. And so like it's this whole piece that like we've taught people in our communities that we don't have to rely on each other, and I think it's bogus.
Campbell says some people take the food and give it to homeless shelters or families they know who are in need, which she says is okay too. She's now working on giving out boxes of sustainable foods like grits and jarred vegetables to help people stock up their pantries while getting back on their feet.
It feels amazing when you have an opportunity to, I don't know them, I may have met them for the first time, and I probably don't even know their name, that you can have an effect on somebody that if that raised their spirit for one day, like that's where I feel like my bucket's filled.
Hi, I'm Shirley.
And I'm Regina Mitchell. For more videos like this, subscribe to WHYY.